Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about triggering children, which most of us know that we have at least one, especially one in particular in our family, that they are the button pushers, they are there to stir the shit, all of that in different ways, in different behaviors. But the main thing is, why are they doing that? Why are they driving us crazy? And if you haven't realized, obviously they really do get us to purge a whole lot of stuff from inside us. So understanding that is the main important reason to really come onto their page, to realize, oh yeah, my child is actually helping me to clear myself out. Now it counts as how I do that. If I'm going to let my stuff go responsibly, that's cool, because I'm basically chucking out the garbage and putting it in the trash can. If I'm chucking out the garbage and throwing it all on top of them, you can see that's when children go forth with, I'm the naughty one, the annoying one, the one that can never get it right, all of that stuff. And they carry that energy. And so it really just attracts more of it. And it's easier said than done, because that's the point. They've signed up to really be tricky, to, escape, trying to get to that perfect parenting where we do keep it all together with them, because it's a practice and it goes around and around for quite a while, especially with some behaviors, because of so many things that have been set up, really orchestrated, amazingly and perfectly by the universe to push our buttons in certain ways. And so it can push your button in a certain way, it can push your partner's button in a different way. But the main part is, how am I letting go of my stuff? And it can be really easy to sneakily siphon off our stuff with a huff, a comment, anything that's not really welcoming, really compassionate, really loving, is leaking our shadows. And I will admit that I'm certainly not perfect with my children. And that's the point, is that heart-to-heart parenting is a practice. I'm practicing coming into my heart so that then I can catch my child and bring them into their heart. Or I'm practicing coming into my heart when my son or my daughter is triggered by my partner, my son and daughter, have their stuff playing out. I'm still practicing coming into my heart, because when someone comes into their heart, it holds that space for everyone else to come into their heart and away from the monkey mind stuff. So the monkey mind stuff is basically when we're holding on to emotions, which we all are, including our children, our monkey mind's trying to keep a lid on it, and it does behaviors to distract us from feeling it. That is all the nets that I say it throws over our children and us. But it can be the angry child, the rude child, chatty child. There's so many sneaky behaviors that a child does that is hinting that's their shadow there. The monkey mind is there and it's protecting the emotions underneath. So use your intuition. Anything that worries you, anything that disgusts you, gives you dread, triggers you, you just go, oh, about my child, that's their shadow coming up. And then it's like, well, how am I going to respond to that? So firstly, it's twofold, right? To understand that they are an energetic puppet to us, particularly with certain threads. So it might be the thread to you, or it might be the thread to your partner. And so when it comes up, your child does something and you're like, ah, that's the stuff that it's then time to come in and go, I'm an inside job first. Whatever is going on in my inner state is going to show up in my external state. When we try to fix them or yell at them or change them or lecture them, it's trying to make it an outside thing, which it's never going to get solved, and it's never going to truly change until we come back within. And that's really hard work. It's really hard to turn away from your monkey mind. It's like, yeah, this is it. This time they're going to get it, or I can already feel the punishment coming on, or I'm going to tell them what not. It will try. And it's like pulling Velcro to come back to yourself, to go, how am I feeling right now? I'm feeling angry. I'm actually feeling really embarrassed, or, whatever it is that's, gotten you to come into that and to feel it. And to practice coming into your emotional body, which so many mums have shut off from and popped, crust over crust over crust over their heart. And then they just don't feel. It's just like, well, I'm now just dealing with life on the outside. So crack that stuff off. Have a big cry, have a big scream, a rage, do your fists, do whatever comes naturally, primarily. Take yourself off to the side, and that's the main part, is self-responsibility is the key practice in heart-to-heart parenting, is to come back to yourself and to go, right, this is my shit. They're an energetic puppet and they will keep being that way until I let my stuff go. And when I've let go of that charge, I've really gone for it, and sometimes that can go round and round a fair few times over years, but when I finally pull that weed, my child is free, and then they are free to come back to their true self, their true essence, to go, now I can actually stop being the naughty child. Now I can finally get on with learning, like even learning difficulties, anything. I can start to put my channel up instead of almost like to the side, right? And that's the gift that we give our children when we set them free from our stuff. And literally, you know, family line stuff, all the stuff, it's our job to let that stuff go. So once we've done that, and of course this is a back and forth thing, it's not like you just do one thing, but the main focus is yourself. Even at any time, as soon as you're triggered, drop into yourself if you can. Obviously, if your child's doing something crazy town, you have to go and deal with that first, but it's watching yourself from above to go, oh, yeah, there I go, my monkey mind, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm grabbing, I'm snatching, whatever. And just to really own that, to go, yep, there's my shadow, instead of self-judging. Oh my gosh, I've done a horrible job, I'm a terrible parent, all of that. And that's, you know, inner work in itself to let go of the guilt, which, yeah, it doesn't happen overnight, but that is the process to start to forgive yourself and to start to go, right, I'm practicing moving forward. And so then it's about, how do I hold heart space for my child? Especially when I've let all this stuff come up, I'm in my heart. Every time we do, our soul goes, oh, this is much nicer to be in this physical body. And it comes in more and more, and our heart opens more and more. And we just go, oh, cool, I can hold this space. I can actually be reasonable. I can actually go give them a hug. I can actually come onto their page, which is the main thing. Best friend energy. I get why you did this. I can see what's happening. I know you are feeling this. Mummy emotional intuition to start to do that. And that's, it takes one to know one. When you've gone into it yourself, you can spot it in your child, and you're going to hold heart space for that because you know, oh yeah, I've gone through it myself. Then you can encourage them to work through their emotional body, looking at their physical body. Where do you feel it? All the stuff that you've been doing. I call it my inner work, energetic inner work process, looking at spiritual body, mental body, emotional body, and physical body. When we look at the whole thing and we literally work through them all, we've taken that whole weed out. So the spiritual body, even looking at what are they making me do, feel, speak up for, change, that's the spiritual body. Looking left and right to go, why are they being like this? What are they asking me to do to get into my body and to be empowered within myself? Emotional body, how do I feel about all that? Letting it go. So you can see it from above, but a lot of mums are forgetting you still have to drop into your human heart and feel the emotions anyway that you have felt. A lot of people say, oh no, I'm fine. If they've got that crust, you know, really strongly over their heart, it's like, no, keep coming in. Your physical body will keep you accountable. More and more as you start to feel, where is this stress that I'm actually like, oh, where can I feel that blood boiling? That's the stuff in your physical body. It wants to get out. And then we got mental body. So that's my vision. How am I visualizing it differently? Can I see my child being different? When we really can't, that's when you know you're creating the same thing over and over, because you haven't changed your focus to go, I see you breaking free of this. I see you doing different behaviors. And that's a really powerful human skill, but it's a really tricky one for a lot of people, because we have been shown just to focus on the problem and try and fix the problem. And so it's like, oh, I'll go to different professionals. I'll go and try this. I will talk to my child. I'll tell them again. All that stuff is not going to work until you're visualizing them literally that they are different, like the opposite in their light self. And that comes when you have gotten clear yourself. When we've got the emotional brain fog going on, it's really hard to see clearly that things could be possible. But once you let all that stuff go, you're like, you know what, this is crazy. And when we shift our stuff, automatically our children start to change, because they are literally holding on to half of our stuff. So once you've done your own inner work, they can drop off a fair bit, and then you can see what's left. And that's why it's important to go first, because then you go, oh yeah, I can see now we've set up these, you know, little scar points. That's the stuff that we can talk to them about, help them to work through, understand it will happen in their own time that they signed up for. It may be that they work through this scar at 30, 40, but you know you are holding a good space for this. You are coming back into your heart so you can help nurse this out. If they need you, it may not even be you included. They literally may figure out their own way, but you are there. And that's the main part, is to go, well, yes, I need to get in and get myself to the best energy possible. And then also holding that space for my partner, which is another story. When your partner and your child go off, it still is. Again, coming back into those 4 bodies, I am experiencing this as a mother who is seeing my child, my partner fight, is seeing my child get angry with my partner, is seeing I am the mother. So the life theme that you are exploring, what are you exploring as being the observer? And starting straight in at the emotional body, how do I feel about that? Getting into your heart. And so that's the main bit. When you do that and you check in with your physical body, you clear so much nervous system stuff, it's gone, and you hold that calm heart space. You're in your heart. Then you know what to do and say. Mentally, you can see how things could change, and you talk this stuff out from your throat chakra as the empowered mother to go, this is not what I see in my reality. When you've brought up big emotions, you fuel that intention, that mental body vision with that strong energy of, this is crazy, this is not what I see, we must have something different. Without attachment onto them, but just saying to the universe, this is not what I want in my reality. And it goes, she really means this. Things change, people change, people say different stuff. And coming back to that mental body of seeing it possible, it's all trusting that, yes, as I do this inner work, my whole reality starts to shift. So anything is possible. And then the spiritual body, why do they keep doing this? You may go around the merry-go-round a few times with it. Each time, what are they making me see now? What are they making me do or think or say, speak up for, change to be more empowered? And when you see it, they will change. And so that's why it's so important not to put the energy on them that they are a pest, they are annoying, they are, you know, like, oh, we're just going to let them go, like the whole thing. It's more, oh no, these are just the key actors that in my life, they have signed up to get me more empowered in these certain ways, like it could be anyone else. These are the people. So thank you to them for doing this kind of job. It could be worse people in your life doing it. It's tricky though when it's family members, especially when it's loved ones and you're seeing the crap play out. But again, keep coming back to you. It's all inner state, then shifts outer state. So you really have to shift this stuff and really see it energetically that, wow, once I shift this stuff, then everything's possible. So yeah, I'm going to finish it there. Do subscribe. Do let anyone else know about my YouTube channel if you feel like people are into this heart-to-heart parenting. I feel like it's just going into a bit more detail than just the generic conscious parenting that's out there right now. So yeah, I'd love to see you more. Let me know in the comments if you have any other topics you'd like me to talk on. Otherwise, see you at my Facebook page or Insta. Bye.